What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel, guys. We back in Australia. Had to check this video out just because I just seen it. I just seen it on the homepage, and I was like, you know, from what I've heard, what I've seen, other than the birds, maybe Australia is safe. Australia is safe. Did the bird song, so the ibis, whatever type of bird, I don't sound so safe, but we finna check out is Australia safe. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations.
So if you watched my previous video, you would have discovered that Australians eat their national animal, the kangaroo, as well as crocodile and emu.
I need to check that
Sounds
out.
like a strange country. And add to that the deadly spiders.
What? Do Australians eat kangaroo? I need to check that video out.
As well as crocodile and emu. Sounds like a strange country. And add to that the deadly spiders and snakes, and you're probably wondering,
Man, I
is
wouldn't
this a
eat a
safe
snake.
place to visit? Well, I went to the streets of Brisbane, Australia to find out for you by asking both locals and tourists how safe they feel in Australia.
Nice.
So how long have you been in Australia?
I grew up in Australia.
25 years.
8 years.
My whole life.
So we've been here about 3.5 weeks.
Been here for about like 5 months now.
Oh, nice.
21 years.
15 years.
Since I was born here 62 years ago.
I've been here 1 week and 2 days.
Nice.
Cool. And so far from your 1 week, do you think that Australia is safe?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very, very safe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everywhere that we've been has been way more safe than anywhere else I've encountered. Like, everyone has been proper friendly and chill and
That's nice.
ridiculously helpful. And
Now this is Brisbane, if I'm saying that right, Brisbane. That means we gotta do a video of all of Australia. We gotta check out another place. Maybe he do that. Maybe I'm too ahead of myself. Let me slow down. I'm too ahead.
it's not like that in the UK at all.
Oh wow.
I don't know, I just
Okay.
feel like safe, like walking around at nighttime. I feel like safe going home, going out by myself. Like, yeah, I think it's much safer. I feel like we look after each other.
That's
So
good.
I think just like anywhere in the world, you have your places where they aren't as safe. But if I
Facts.
compare to being overseas in different places that I've traveled to, especially Vietnam, I feel very safe in Australia. Walking down the street, I don't have to look around me to see if anyone's trying to take my things.
That's good.
And I can, access food really easily. And yeah,
That's
I just
a
feel like
plus.
the people here are quite kind. Just like overseas as well, but yeah, I definitely feel a lot safer here in comparison.
Depends on where you go, what you're doing. Like, obviously, don't be an idiot. Like,
Right,
don't go
yeah,
through
that's
the
fact.
valley on your own at night, especially if you're female.
There's always some do's and don'ts, you know, even if it's the safest place, safest neighborhood, you still gotta be cautious of the fact of being smarter. You know, working smarter, not harder type of thing.
But I mean, you're not going to get your bag snatched. You're not going to get, like, randomly chased down the street by someone for, existing.
People be doing
So it
that.
depends.
When I got here, used to be safer, but
It used to be safer.
yes, safer than now, I feel.
In
Yeah.
which ways do you think it's gotten worse?
You see a lot of homeless people on the streets, but I'm not saying they're violent, not necessarily violent,
You gotta be careful though.
but I think it just see more poverty and violence than I used to when I got here.
It's always been safe from my point of view, but we've got a moving culture now that's completely different from what it was when I was
So
growing
we
up.
gotta listen to her. She been here 62, if I'm mistaken. 62 years. So she's did the different decades. She's seen it from, at least versus the people. Now 20 years, I'm 27, so, what is that? A couple of decades right there. I've seen the 90s, early 2000s, the 10s. Now I'm in the 20s. But she's seen a lot. So she's seen the changes. She witnessed the changes. Us, we grew up, we see few changes, especially being in your 20s. You see a few. We know it's a different world now than what it used to be, but now I'm gotta listen to her for sure.
Oh, so
For sure.
we-
When I got here,
it's always been safe from my point of view, but we've got a moving culture now that's completely different from what it was when I was growing up. So it's a little bit hard to put into words. I like the fact that I don't live in the city. I live out of the city.
Okay.
How does
The
it compare to
country?
other countries
I'm
that you've been to?
Loads of police. I've not seen any trouble the whole time I've been here, to be honest with you.
That's a good
And
thing.
yeah, I feel it's very safe.
compared to like South America, I feel much safer here. I can tell you that I can walk on the street any time of the night, and I don't feel like I'm gonna get robbed. or kidnapped or anything like that.
For some reason, I feel safer walking down the street here than I do in the UK because I study in the UK and in Sweden.
Well, I've been to a lot of other Asian countries, and I feel as though Australia would be the safest, except for Japan. I feel like that's the only country I've been to that's safer.
Feel safe at 5 o'clock in the morning, walking home a little bit intoxicated. I don't think I'd feel safe
5 o'clock
doing that. But I do love New Zealand. Kia ora.
Okay, so we
5
came
o'clock
here.
in the morning? Dang.
At 5 o'clock in the morning, walking home a little bit intoxicated. I don't think I'd feel safe in New Zealand doing that. But I do love New Zealand.
So we need to talk about New Zealand after this. We gotta talk New Zealand. We gotta talk.
Kia ora.
Okay, so we came here via India and left early because we felt pretty unsafe where we were. It's no reflection on the Indian people. I think it was more of a reflection of our particular experience there. But coming from the UK to there and then to here, I couldn't have felt safer, quite frankly, and more welcome, and it's been a really cool experience.
For a tourist coming here,
Yeah.
what do you have any safety tips to make them even safer?
I think like don't be stupid. Obviously
everywhere.
there's safety in numbers, and I think you should definitely try and stick in a group and like don't go out and get wasted and stumble home on your own.
I would say if you're going anywhere at night, always take a girlfriend. Like especially if you're, if you're a woman, if you're a young girl, definitely take a girlfriend with you. I would do that anywhere in the world. Make sure you have someone with you.
The best thing is like travel everywhere, but then just like always travel with someone, or if you know someone who is from Australia, it's even better because then you're with a local, so you feel more comfortable. And we were lucky that we made friends really quickly.
Yeah.
And then we did our own thing afterwards.
Don't dress obviously as a tourist, I would say, because that will get you more prone to like people.
Kind of like this?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Because like people are more like prone to pickpocket.
Y'all know I love to wear my hat, so I'll probably be like, let me get that I love Australia hat,
A little bit, yeah. Because like people are more like prone to pickpocket and like see you as an easy target.
Keep your passport on you. Don't lose your wallet. I don't know. Basic stuff, I guess. Simple
Common
things.
sense.
And so that's safety addressed in terms of crime. There's a stereotype that Australia has a lot of deadly animals that are out to kill us. Do you think that should be a concern for a tourist?
Deadly animals.
Like snakes and spiders and crocodiles?
Okay. It's funny, I was just living on rural property for 3 months and there were a few snakes around, so you have to be careful of that. But no, it's nothing to be worried about. It's pretty safe here.
We've seen, so in the UK we're supposed to be terrified of spiders, that's what everybody talks about here, and we've seen 2 and they kept well away and they were tiny, so I had no...
Long as they tiny, I ain't trying to take a spider life or nothing like that, but if they tiny, they ain't gonna bother me. You know what I'm saying? If they big, hey, it might have to be a fight. I ain't gonna lie.
It totally changed my perception of what the animals would be here.
So the wildlife's not as bad?
Not even remotely as bad. In fact, I think it put us
Maybe it's
off,
the videos.
certainly put me off for years coming out here, and I wish it hadn't have.
I've seen a few horrible cockroaches, but that's about it really.
In all honesty, I haven't seen a snake in like the 8 years I've been here. Yeah, really.
Wow.
I thought so. The only thing is walking in long reeds, I get scared of doing that. Walking in doing...
I've seen only one spider, which is like, and from what I've heard of Australia, they're like, oh, all these dangerous spiders. And I'm like, oh no. But then I've only seen one.
Like
That's
a
a
lot
good
of people, when I say I'm going to Australia, they're like, oh, watch out for the spiders and stuff. But it doesn't bother me.
Have you seen them?
No, I haven't.
Spiders are everywhere, though. I mean, I've seen the deadly animal list or insect list, really. And I ain't gonna lie, there were some different types of spiders in Australia, but a common spider, they everywhere.
I haven't seen any. I mean, except for zoos. But
Oh, yeah. So do you think a tourist should be concerned?
no.
I used to live in Darwin, and I had friends coming over. They thought the crocodiles would be walking the street and eating people,
Eating
it's something
people?
like
What?
normal. But
So crocodiles don't walk on the street?
no in Darwin, you don't see like.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, you do definitely need to watch out for the drop bears. For
The
sure.
drop bears, yeah. Oh, man.
I gotta check Jack. Oh, I got another video gonna do next. I'm checking this out tomorrow. I'm gonna check that out tomorrow. I really want to see the eat kangaroos. Let me get back to is Australia safe? Nah, all the videos I've seen always talked about how safe Australia is. And I know I see the animals, the kangaroos, the big spiders, snakes, and all that everywhere. Those are certain videos, but what we do need to talk about New Zealand. Is that something about New Zealand? But this was in Brisbane, so and there's a lot of Australia to discover. So glad I got to check this out, get some people's perspective. You know, whether you've been there 10 years, 5 years, a week, 60 years, it's always good to see people's point of views, because sometimes what you see on TV ain't always what it seems, you know. But I enjoyed this. Hope y'all enjoyed it as well. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hey, send me more video suggestions, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.